My friend, what just came out from behind the scenes at the Philadelphia Eagles is shocking everyone. The information is so hot that even the major news outlets haven't had time to publish it yet. 3 huge news stories are exploding at the same time, and all of them directly impact the future of the game before the matchup against the Dallas Cowboys. First, an unexpected update on a crucial injury has put the coaching staff on high alert. Second, a player who's shown in the Super Bowl may be returning home much sooner than expected, and this could change the future of the offensive line. And third, the Eagles' defense, which is destroying opponents, has just received the biggest challenge of the season. And I'm going to explain everything now with exclusive details. But first, if you truly love the Eagles, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell, because what I'm about to tell you will touch your heart, change the way you see this next game, and it's going to be fire. The Philadelphia Eagles surprised everyone this week by listing linebacker Jalen Phillips as limited participation on Wednesday's injury report, and the timing couldn't be worse. With the Eagles boasting an 8-2 record and preparing for a monumental NFC East battle against the Dallas Cowboys, 8-2, the uncertainty surrounding one of the team's most important defenders has had an immediate impact on fans. Phillips, acquired in a trade with the Miami Dolphins on November 3rd, has become an instant force in Vic Fangio's defense. In just 2 games wearing dark green, he has racked up 11 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 4 quarterback pressures, 1 fumble recovery, and 3 quarterback hits, numbers that normally take weeks, not days, to achieve. His presence during last week's hard-fought 16-9 victory over the Detroit Lions was undeniable, with 5 tackles, 1 sack, and a crucial stop behind the line of scrimmage that changed the course of the game. Coach Nick Sirianni couldn't hide his admiration earlier this week. He plays with physical presence, tireless energy, and the mentality we want to define us, Sirianni said, emphasizing that Phillips embodies the full meaning of toughness: mental, physical, and tireless. But it's with good reason that this injury update is so alarming. Phillips is recovering from shoulder surgery, and with Dallas having allowed only 16 sacks all season through Week 12, tied for 5th in the NFL's fewest sacks, Philadelphia needs every weapon available to Dak Prescott's throw. Dallas's offense has been a spectacle all year, ranking 2nd in points per game, 29.6, and stopping them requires destabilizing the pocket. If Phillips can't play, the Eagles will lose one of the few defenders capable of consistently beating elite pass protection. The Philadelphia Eagles still have 2 practices before officially announcing their game status, and the transition from limited to full participation will be the clearest sign yet of what Sunday will look like. The Eagles and Cowboys face off Sunday at 4:25 p.m. ET at AT&T Stadium, and this injury story could set the tone for the entire game. And speaking of uncertainty, the Eagles may be facing an unexpected opportunity tied to a familiar face, someone whose career has suffered a drastic decline. The player who contributed to the Super Bowl is aging in trouble. Mekhi Becton's 2025 season has turned into a disaster, and his collapse with the Los Angeles Chargers may be paving the way for a surprising reunion with the Philadelphia Eagles. When the Philadelphia Eagles let Becton go in the preseason due to salary cap restrictions, it was seen as an unfortunate but necessary sacrifice. Becton quickly signed a 2-year, $20 million contract with the Los Angeles Chargers, a move many believed would stabilize the Los Angeles lineup and give him a chance to establish himself as a long-term starter. Instead, the opposite happened. Becton's 2025 performance has been described as extremely bad, the worst in the league, and a complete investment failure, according to several Chargers analysts. He has demonstrated difficulties in virtually every measurable category: pass protection, run blocking, pressures allowed, to the point that the idea of a return in 2026 is practically ruled out. With a $12.5 million salary cap impact next season, compared to just $2.5 million in dead money if he is waived, his departure now seems not only likely, but controlled. And that's where the Eagles come in. The Philadelphia Eagles' offensive line depth has been under pressure all season due to injuries, which is not surprising, given the team's heavy reliance on physical play in the trenches and the continued use of the characteristic tush-push formation. Bringing Becton back on a low-cost contract with the goal of proving his worth mirrors exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles did when they revitalized his career. The model exists, the fit exists, and the need undoubtedly exists. From Becton's perspective, returning to Philadelphia is the best chance to rebuild his market value, return to a system where he thrived, and align himself with a roster that is, once again, a strong Super Bowl contender. If the Chargers sever the ties after the season, Philadelphia instantly becomes one of the most logical destinations. A reunion wouldn't make sense, as it could stabilize a long-term unknown on the roster. And as speculation about the roster intensifies, the focus now turns to the field, where the Eagles prepare for a colossal vital matchup that will test all their weaknesses, all their injuries, and every ounce of their championship DNA. Everything, the standings, the momentum, the rivalry, converges this Sunday as the Eagles' dominant defense prepares to collide with the explosive Dallas Cowboys offense. This isn't just another NFC East matchup. It's the game that could determine the course of the division and potentially decide whether the Philadelphia Eagles become the first team in over 20 years to win back-to-back NFC East titles. With an 8-2 record, the Philadelphia Eagles enter Week 12 riding a 4-game winning streak against the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions, showcasing a suffocating, disciplined, and frighteningly consistent defense. Fangio's unit limited the Packers and Lions to just one combined fourth down conversion and a mere 8 for 26 on third downs, numbers that reveal just how relentless this group has been. Meanwhile, Dallas comes into the rematch with an offense that ranks second in points, 29.6, and third in trunks per game, 378.7. Dak Prescott is having one of the best seasons of his career. The team has already surpassed 40 points 3 times and remains undefeated whenever it scores at least 30 points. But the Eagles have already solved this conundrum once. In the first week's victory, the defense limited Prescott to 188 yards, no touchdowns, and forced Dallas into uncomfortable situations from start to finish. Jalen Hurts scored 2 rushing touchdowns, Saquon Barkley scored another, and the Eagles controlled the pace with great physical strength. This time, the Cowboys aren't just thirsty for revenge, they're desperate. With a 4-5-1 record, this is their season that's on the line. The Philadelphia Eagles arrive with one of the most dominant defensive lines in American football. Jordan Davis, recently awarded NFC Defensive Player of the Week after deflecting 3 passes against the Detroit Lions, continues to play like a relentless machine. Jalen Carter, who missed much of Week 1 after being ejected for spitting in Prescott's direction, returns as a key player. Add Jalen Phillips, depending on his fitness, and that becomes one of the most complete defensive lines the Dallas Cowboys have fielded all season. But an injury list isn't one-sided. The Cowboys saw Jadeveon Clowney, Dante Fowler, Tyler Smith, and several safeties practice in a limited capacity this week. Prescott himself is recovering from a hip issue but is expected to play. On the Eagles' side, the absence of Lane Johnson, Lisfranc injury, and the potential loss of Cam Jurgens create enormous challenges on the intervention line, which brings us back to why a player like Mekhi Becton might be part of the team's long-term plans. With Jalen Phillips' injury situation uncertain, Mekhi Becton's unexpected return to Philadelphia becoming more realistic, and the Eagles preparing for the biggest defensive challenge of the season against the explosive Cowboys offense. Do you believe the Eagles have enough depth, resilience, and momentum to overcome these obstacles and beat Dallas on Sunday? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.